iko na criminals.
As the global coronavirus pandemic evolves, we are aware that different studies are being undertaken, and some of these studies have actually informed our response here in the country. When we focus back here in Kenya, and as we carry out our research, we're keen to answer certain key questions. For example, how can we characterize the pandemic here in Kenya? Is the pandemic in Kenya any different from what is happening in other countries? Who is being affected in Kenya? Is this the same as who is being affected in perhaps the European continent? And where are the people who are being affected? When did they become infected? Who are asymptomatic? In our population here in Kenya, is there a certain characteristic or element when it comes to our symptomatic cases? Who then proceeds to develop symptoms? How long does it take before someone moves perhaps from an asymptomatic stage to a symptomatic stage? What does it look like when you talk about severity of symptoms in Kenya? Who is dying from COVID-19 in Kenya? What risk factors are involved? And then, of course, when it comes to the management of COVID-19, what interventions have been successful when it comes to managing COVID-19? What has contributed to the successful containment of COVID-19 in Kenya? Are some of our management practices reducing the morbidity or mortality of COVID-19 in Kenya? And so in collaboration with various research organizations, including universities, including Kenya Medical Research Institute, and the Kenya AIDS Vaccine Initiative, Kenya has participated and continues to participate in local and international collaborative COVID-19 researches. And the ministry continues to follow up as we continuously collect data in terms of our infected patients, exposed persons within the country. All this information is being used to develop a robust COVID-19 management strategy. And as we draw lessons from this, we are looking at investing further in research and development in the country. We're looking to see through the Health Act, implementation of the National Research Fund, which then will create several opportunities for COVID-19 research within the country, and also looking at engaging more at the bilateral and multilateral level to be able to inspire and resource more research activities. Currently, we do have some progress. It's important to note Kenya is participating in several clinical trials. We are participating in, amongst others, and aside from COVID, the HIV vaccine trial, having made a lot of headway through CAVI here in Kenya. We're looking at research that deals with Ebola, research that deals with other therapeutic trials of different other vaccines and initiatives within the country. We've gone ahead as a country and conducted COVID-19 genome sequencing. What this means is that we've been able to pick our COVID-19 cases within the country, and we've been able to study the DNA, the RNA that makes up this virus to be able to understand it. We've been able to look at research when it comes to molecular immunology to see, is there a different response that Kenyans have when it comes to building immunity against COVID-19? We continue to also do research when it comes to non-communicable diseases. There's research ongoing in terms of cancer, research ongoing when it comes to stem cell therapy, regenerative medicine. Most recently, in the past 2 weeks, we've been developing a study protocol that will look at the use of plasma. This means we will be taking the blood of someone who has recovered from COVID-19 and trying to use it as a medicine for those who have moderate cases of COVID-19. So there's a lot that we're doing as a country when it comes to research. Now, turning on to our COVID-19 statistics today, we have recorded 379 new cases, raising the country's total to 31,015 cases. And this was drawn from a sample of 3,867 people within the last 24 hours. Of our positive cases, 372 are Kenyans, whereas 7 are foreigners. And in terms of gender, 223 are male, whereas 156 are female. The youngest is a 1-year-old baby, while the oldest is 87. In terms of distribution by county, Nairobi leads with 219. Kiambu has since taken the second position at 40. Uasin Gishu 28, Kajiado 14, Machakos 13, Kisumu 10, Mombasa and Kericho having 7 with Kericho 6, Bomet, Baringo having 5, Nandi, Nyeri having 4, Isiolo 3, Narok 3, Busia 2, Garissa 2, Homa Bay and Kilifi also having 2 cases, 1 in Kirinyaga, Kisii, Laikipia, Makueni, Nyamira, Taita Taveta and Trans Nzoia all have 1 case. We have provided the disaggregation in terms of county, and we provide that to you to be able to see what it looks like at the sub-county level. In terms of our recoveries, today we have 244 patients that have recovered from the disease, bringing the total number of recoveries to 17,612. And from the discharge, 76 were from various facilities, whereas 168 were from the home-based care program. And we continue to thank our healthcare workers for this great achievement. Unfortunately, today, we've lost 19 patients to COVID-19. One of these patients was a death that happened in the household, in the community. And today, as we've continuously said, 18 of our patients all have comorbid states, with the 2 leading states being diabetes and hypertension. We continue to extend our sincere and heartfelt condolences to the families and friends of those who've lost their loved ones.